Okay. Okay, before I connect, I want to see that there's a channel up the middle, that these guys are not coming together, right? There's A's on top, but left and right are independent of each other. I put them together, side by side, as if there was an imaginary pencil going through. Do you see right here? It would be impossible for an imaginary pencil to go through. I want them side by side. If that's true, I use my free hand to grab my A's. Are my A's on top? Not just in my hand, but all the way to the canopy. You can see here this blue one is not, but it was just going and coming. So yes, the A's are on top. I can see the A's attaching to fabric. But I really want to see this outside A. See how this outside A is kind of disappearing into this little cluster? I want to really see that it's on top. We don't have a line over. I can see it attaching to fabric. So, are the A's on top? And also, while I'm doing that, I can see if there's any twist in my risers. I can see that all these webbings are flat with each other. If I did it like this, I can have my A's, and I go, hey look, are my A's on top? Yes, my A's are on top. Ah, but there's a twist in my riser. So I really want to see that all the webbing right here is flat with each other. This one's kind of hard because the magnets take over. They're clipped on. So anyway, I can see here there's no twist in my riser. If my A's are on top and there's no twist in my risers, the last thing is the brake below everything. Here I can see the brake line lifting up all the little purple and blue lines. I can see it attaching to fabric. This brake here, kind of disappearing, but I see it attaching to fabric on the inside. The wind is a little cross. So now, if everything's clean, it's good to fly. I could turn around and get connected. That works. But I just turn my back to the glider. I can't see it. So I'm going to hold these two together, and I'm going to 180 to the right. I'm going to flip them without breaking my imaginary pencil. I'm going to flip them to the right. And now I'm going to connect. Now sometimes this carabiner's like this, and you say, hey, does it go right? Does it go left? Which way does it go? I look at the natural hinging motion. So we get it flat, we got it flat, we're going to connect, and I don't want to unflip this. I want to keep it flat as I carry it over. I'm going to go ahead and keep that. Now I just connected, but maybe I'm screwed. Maybe I'm to something too strong for me, or I'm connected to something that could kill me. So how do I know I did it right? Well, I've got some double checks. Double check one, right side is on top of left. The right set is on top of the left. That means I did the proper direction. If I flip the wrong way, it might not be true. The other part, I want to see it's clean from the carabiner to the brake. When we first laid it out, we wanted A's on top, but we just did a 180 to the right, so now the A's are not on top. You can think about it as flying into the ground or flying forward, right? We have the A's, which are the leading edge, flying forward. So basically, if I held this all oriented properly, it's flying into the ground. If you could forget about that half, of course that's flying up, but me and my risers are flying forward. So how do we know? Beaner to the brake. I did not just grab my brakes and hope I'm right? Maybe I reach down and I grab my brake, but it's twisted. So I want to follow it from the carabiner, run my finger down the webbing, arrive at the brakes. Down the webbing, arrive at the brakes. So step one, gather the brakes. I put this brake deep in my hand. It's not barely by my fingertip, it's not by my thumb only. I have it kind of rolled around deep in my hand so I can grab and release risers and retain my brake. So, beaner to the brake, clean to the pulley. Beaner to the brake, clean to the pulley. Is this beaner to the brake, clean to the pulley? It looks clean to the pulley, but not if you follow it from the riser. Ooh, that's not. I want it carabiner to the brake, right? Beaner, carabiner to the brake, and then from the knot to the pulley. So when I hold this up, I can see the webbing is flat and it's clean to my pulley. In fact, it forms a little triangle, a little air pizza, air pie. Step one, gather your brakes, beaner to the brake, clean to the pulley. Step two, gather the A's. In reverse kiting, this is how I do it. I use my left hand to reach to the right side, and I grab from the top. Gotta make sure they're not twisted. On this one, we have a blue riser too, but I'm gonna carry the non-A's, the non-red lines provided. Now you see how right here they're twisted, right? If I grab the wrong ones and I carry, it's not gonna work. There's a twist in my riser. So I wanna make sure I'm getting the ones on the top. If they're laying clean, grab the non-A's, carry them across your body, and now I can see all the red lines together. I grab these red lines and these red lines, and I ask myself, are the A's on top to the glider, not just in my hand? Let me show you the wrong way. If I just gather my A's, I got these red ones and I got these red ones. Are my A's on top? No, there's a bunch of lines on top. Now you could pass this one under and still get there, but my system is to grab your non-A's, carry over, and with the right hand, you notice I put this kind of on the back of my forearm, right? I don't want the brake line on top of my lines, so I roll it to the back when I grab my A's. Now my A's are on top, so I have my left brake, but my right brake is busy. So what do? I find this little right brake line with my finger, and I don't pinch it, I don't grab it, I don't have my fingernail turn white. I just rest it on a couple fingers, and I can slide up and down it without getting a rope burn. So now as we fly this glider, which wing wants to fly first? My left wing. What's gonna be the low side? Not a mystery, it's over here. So my little football play, if I was the quarterback, I'm gonna go back and left. And I'm probably gonna slow down the high side. So I come back with my body, a little bit of left brake, and there it is. Once it's in the air, notice, oh, we got a little collapse, some funky little air here. I fly the good side. What's the high side? It's my left wing, right? So I'm gonna try to come over here to get out of the bad air behind the building. So I have a little bit of left brake with my left hand, but I'm still holding my A's. Now with my left hand, I only have the brake with my thumb. I started underhand, but I'm gonna roll to my thumb, and I'm gonna overhand find the string. So here I have left brake, find the string. Left brake, come in behind everything and find the string. Now that we're over here, I got the right brake with my left hand. I'm not pulling the brake, I'm just tickling it. I have just enough pressure in this right brake. Look, I'm still not pulling it. There I'm pulled a little bit. Here I'm gonna add a little bit of pressure, but I'm really just holding the string right here. I add a little, there's both brakes. I slid my hand up there, hold the left hand without giving up the string. Here's left brake without giving up the string. In fact, that's both brakes. You can see the glider has the trailing edge deflected on both sides. This glider kind of likes that. So anyway, that's the low side. I would walk toward. Oh, now it flies away from the concrete. I walk away from the concrete, and it goes back over there again. Both brakes, no brakes. A little bit of both brakes. The key in paragliding is to recognize what's gonna happen. So is the glider surging past me? No, it's kind of hanging out. I don't even need that much pressure. Now it came forward, now it's going down. What comes next? It comes forward. Now it's not really passing me. Well, it's got some pressure. I don't need any brakes. I have a little bit of left brake. Find the right brake. When I'm busy with my left hand over here, I find the string. If I have a moment, I just find that little line right there. We can push it inward. You need a lot of right brake. Here, I'll make it go over here. So I have a big left turn. I'm gonna push this right brake inward. Right, that's a dedicated right brake. A lot of times say, hey, find the line. And you just wanna grab a whole bunch of it. Now it's pulling me. So a little bit of brakes. Here's left brake. Not a lot of left brake. It's not getting worse. In fact, it's coming back up. Now, if we let go of the A's, we can just use our right and left, but now I don't have any more gas pedal. I can't make it come up like I did earlier. So now I kind of gave away one of my options. So what I'll do is I'll reclaim my A's. I'll use my right hand to find my A's and then put my hand on that string again, which is my right brake above the pulley. So I'm doing all my braking with my left hand. And you can squat a little bit. A lot of people standing here with their knees locked. I was just doing it, but a little bit of a bend, a little bit of a flexing. Right? So now I can stand up, or I can get low. Here, got a little low. My feet are growing roots. They really should be okay with walking around. Right? Find the string. Right? Holding the right brake, just fly the good side. It doesn't matter if it collapses, just fly the good side. We get it way over here, hold left brake. I'm not hammering left brake. And what's the low side? I'm gonna walk over here. So it's just a matter of practicing.